Welcome. In today's morning letter written barefoot, we're tackling a really fascinating question. How can the healthiest, most physically fit people on the planet suddenly get so sick when they go to space? NASA has its theories about cellular burnout, but what if the real cause is much, much simpler? What if it's all about being disconnected from the Earth itself? With missions like Artemis 2 gearing up to send humans back toward the moon, this isn't just a hypothetical question anymore. It's actually super critical. We're pushing the absolute limits of human exploration, but what does it really cost our bodies when we're completely cut off from our home planet? So, to really get to the bottom of this, we've got to look at NASA's incredible twin study. Honestly, it's a groundbreaking piece of research that gave us some of the first, really startling clues about what happens up there. The setup was just brilliant. They took astronaut Scott Kelly, who spent almost a full year on the International Space Station, and compared him to his identical twin brother Mark, who stayed right here on Earth. And the results? They were pretty dramatic. Scott's health took a nosedive. We're talking weakened muscles, major cardiovascular issues, and a seriously compromised immune system. Okay, so you have this massive team of scientists from all over the world looking at this data. What did they find? Well, after all that work, the conclusion was that the problem wasn't starting on a large scale, like in the bones or the heart. No, it was starting way deeper, down at the cellular level. And the main culprit they identified are mitochondria. You probably remember these from biology class, right? They're called the power plants, or the engines of our cells. And that's no joke. They are responsible for creating literally all the energy that powers everything we do, from thinking to blinking. The lead author of the study really just laid it out there plainly. He said that these crucial cellular power plants were, for all intents and purposes, just shutting down in space. But that just leads to an even bigger question. Why? What's causing the shutdown? So if the mitochondria are the problem, we've got to figure out what powers them in the first place. What is the secret fuel that keeps these tiny engines in all of our cells firing on all cylinders? Well, the energy molecule that keeps us going is called ATP. It's the currency of energy in our bodies. But to make it, our mitochondria need one absolutely critical ingredient that they get through a sort of cellular assembly line. And here it is. That key ingredient is a constant, steady flow of electrons. You can think of them like the spark that ignites the fuel in an engine. Without that constant spark, the entire energy production line just grinds to a halt. And this, right here, brings us to the very heart of the mystery. If these free electrons are so unbelievably vital for our cellular power plants to even work, where do we get them? And more importantly, why do astronauts suddenly seem to run out of them? Well, the answer proposed here is one that modern science might have completely overlooked, an infinite, powerful energy source that's literally right under our feet at all times. Now, it's true, we do get some electrons from the food we eat, especially things like fresh fruits and vegetables, but that supply is pretty limited. The Earth itself, though, you can think of it like a giant, planetary-sized, rechargeable battery, offering a practically limitless supply of these free electrons to anything connected to it. And boom, here's the missing piece of the puzzle. Astronauts are completely, 100% cut off from this fundamental energy source. This grounding interruption is the proposed real reason their cellular power plants fail. It's not some weird space radiation or zero-G mystery, it's just that their engines have run out of fuel. And this really highlights a potential blind spot, doesn't it? While the medical approach might be to research new drugs to fix mitochondrial dysfunction, that could be totally ignoring the root cause. It's kind of like trying to engineer a new part for an engine that has simply run out of gas. So this leads us to a really simple but honestly profound path to healing for all of us right here on Earth. Physically reconnecting our bodies with the ground beneath us. And this is where barefoot walking comes into the picture. It's presented as way more than just a stroll in the park. It's a process of directly recharging our bodies. It's letting our mitochondrial batteries draw that boundless energy, those free electrons, straight from the Earth. And there are some really powerful stories to back this up. For instance, there's a case study about someone completely overcoming severe jet lag just by walking barefoot for an hour on frozen ground. That direct grounding is said to help reset the body's natural rhythms and just wipe out fatigue. Okay, so if this idea is sparking your interest, you might be wondering, how can I start this journey to reconnect and recharge but do it safely. First things first, you have to prioritize safety. That means always checking your path for things like glass or sharp rocks. Be aware of where you are. And hey, if you aren't up to date on your shots, it's a really good idea to consider a tetanus vaccination. And what about after you're done? Well, proper foot care is absolutely essential. You gotta wash your feet thoroughly every time. And listen up, this is super important, especially during dry seasons. Apply plenty of moisturizing cream. This is gonna help prevent cracked heels and just keep your skin healthy and happy. And please, remember this. The key, the real secret to unlocking the full healing potential of this practice is consistency. The biggest benefits don't come from doing it once in a while. They come from making it a part of your daily routine. We really encourage you to give barefoot walking a try for yourself. Go experience this connection, and then share this amazing journey of healing with the people you care about. If you found this explanation helpful and want to see more, please do subscribe and turn on those notifications. It really helps us continue to break down fascinating topics just like this one. And hey, if you want to dive even deeper and connect with a whole community of people who are on this journey, check out the National Barefoot Walking Movement headquarters on Naver Cafe. It's an awesome place to share information and your own experiences.